go live. And we are back for the first time in a few months. We are back live for DRW Radio episode 114, and tonight I am joined by the former Omega champion, Stoner, and the king of DRW right now, TJ Shadows, and the DRW Tag Team Champions, Omega level. First, I'm going to start this off by saying, Min, what a couple of months. Stoner, you were Omega champion at Dark Mania, one of the biggest screw jobs in. Your epic Omega Championship title reign that came to an end at Dark Mania. Now you have the rematch set, which will be a triple threat match between Taven and Warlord. What are your thoughts?
Well, what I know is this congregation and Warlord Victor. You see, the whole religion thing is already a fallacy, and then we have... I don't even know what he is. I fought a lot of people. I fought guys who have literally had children shoot up pictures like Coney. But I do not know about this Warlord Victor. I never have. And I probably never will, because from what I've learned about him, he cannot stand up to the likes of Shadows. He cannot stand up to the likes of me. And when it comes to the Omega Championship, I'll be getting that back momentarily. Let's see this as a little break, a little time to get somebody else a little bit of star power. But we all know who the real owner is. And as I was never pinned at Dark Mania, I still go undefeated. As 0-0-0 at Dark Mania.
TJ, you had a tournament match of the year against Brian King at the first round of the King of DRW tournament. You will go one-on-one with Brian King in his final DRW match at Aftermath next Sunday. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'll be honest. My mind was not on the King of DRW tournament. Don't get me wrong. I would have loved to actually have the title to go along with what I've proven to be. But I just felt, what better way for Brian to have a send-off than to have a chance of fulfilling his last name? And what better way to do it than with the King of DRW tournament? I gave him all I had. And unfortunately, his momentum was just too much for me to overcome. And we shook hands with the same love and respect we've always had for each other. But as for our final match, I can guarantee this. He beat me to further himself in the tournament. He's not going to leave this business with a W at my expense.
Now, we talk about Aftermath. The Stoner, with you possibly walking out as Omega champion, there is a match you have to look at. The Elimination Chamber, of which that will determine the number one contender for the Omega title. DC Zamcham, Matt Moore, TJ Shadows, Miguel Roderick, the winner of Firestar Hart and Justin Blackwood, and Messiah.
Well, as I can currently see, there's not many people with that icon status in that match. Messiah was good, but Messiah falls just as far as somebody who, does some kind of drug called Rush. I don't really know.
Bang, bang.
When it comes to Matt Moore, he got his shot, And then what happened? Nothing. So what I'm seeing here is after I whip Warlord Victor's ass, and whatever this Andrews guy is, whoever the fuck he is, like, I don't know, really. I think he's wearing clown makeup backstage. I've seen a lot of the containers. But whatever it is, it's probably likely that we're going to see another rematch. You see, the last time I stepped into a ring with TJ Shadows, I did not come out the victor because of otherly things.
Not my fault.
Okay, Herbert the pervert. But seeing as him and I know each other pretty well, and we know that we can pull on the best goddamn show we possibly can, that is my choice on who's going to win that chamber. I'm going to kick his ass anyway, that's all. So,
well, fuck you too.
We talk about epic things going on in DRW right now. We have to talk about the King of DRW tournament. Round 2 will be live May 22nd in Chicago at the All-State Arena with the Windy City Machine Guns on commentary. You have these 4 matches left in the quarterfinals. You got Messiah versus Blade Wyatt, Arceus versus Miguel Roderick, Curtis Strong versus Matt Tyler, Brian King versus Josh Knight. With those 8 men, who do you think is going to go all the way to the finals and possibly win the King of DRW tournament to take on the Omega champion in August?
My money's on Brian. Not even gonna say it's not favoritism. It's, if he can beat me, then he can beat almost anyone else in that damn tournament. That's not disrespecting anyone else in it, but look at it this way. In terms of DRW, I mean something, and the fact that Brian beat me, he's gonna mean even more by the end of this.
well, that's a good thought. But the person I see winning, I don't judge this on biases, I judge this on athleticism, the skill it takes to be a wrestler. Brian King is nothing less than an entertainer when it comes to this individual. That individual is Curtis fucking Strong.
Now, the finals will be held at the anniversary show July 27th, which will be live from the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, Georgia. That or the Tokyo Dome. We have not decided yet. Now,
Tokyo.
Now, the quarterfinals happen May 22nd. In the middle of June, we will have the semifinals. The finals go down in July. Now, Stoner, if you could pick any of these men to win, and if you were Omega champion, or TJ, if you were Omega champion by then, who would you want to face from these 8 men?
Okay, could you please say that again? Sorry, my iTunes kind of kicked in on my headphones here. So.
Alright, so if you could pick any of these 8 men to win the King of DRW tournament and face you for the Omega title, if you or TJ were Omega champion, who would you want it to be?
Well, the person I would want it to be, most likely, just to sell out another pay-per-view like we have before, I think I still deserve a little bit of a triumph or a final kind of match with Curtis. But if I were to not pick Curtis, there's one person that's always been on my mind, someone who's always kind of been there, kind of been in my shadow, and has tried to attack me before. That's Miguel Roderick.
You and Miguel go way back.
Yes, I remember we go way back because blood is thicker than wood. And he's gone through enough of wood to turn it into a red table. So.
Now let's talk about some of these guys that have had a resurgence as of late. Torrance Banks, the guy that thinks DRW owes him the world. What are your thoughts on him?
DRW doesn't owe Torrance a thing. Torrance owes DRW everything. Let's face it, the guy is not where he used to be. He used to be a legitimate threat. He used to live by his moniker, the Fallen Nightmare. But nowadays, he's on Dream Street 24/7 if he thinks he's owed anything from any company, let alone DRW.
Remember that movie Total Recall?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Well, basically, Torrance is living in the same dreamland where he believes that he is the guy. But the thing is, he's far from the guy. GVD would have a better chance.
Oh, Lord.
And that's the goddamn truth.
So, a little shout out real quick while we're in mid-podcast here. A new Fed opened up called All-Star Wrestling. I know absolutely nobody that runs the page, but they're pretty good. Catch it, the first pay-per-view this Saturday, where I will be in the main event against Crimson for the World Heavyweight title. Shout out there, I'll drop a link below. But, speaking of new Feds popping up, TJ, you're familiar with this, I don't know if Stoner is. AAA ran by Chris Knox.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the company as well. Just
Oh, I had no idea, my bad.
haven't really just been scrolling through the fan sites, just hearing about all of this stuff about some double R guy being a dick. So
Yeah, and I've been going through some of the forums with guys who are complaining that people who have complained about the owners just handing the belt to the champion of Miguel Roderick, saying like, oh, it's his company, he can do whatever he wants, forgetting that we, like me and Stoner, and him, and he knows who he is, we come from an era where you actually had to work towards that title. Regardless of if you were seen as the guy, you still put in the work to prove you were the guy.
Oh, yeah, Knox handing Miguel the AAA Mega Championship or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did not sit well with me. I made it clear I was more or less verbally crucified for it, but they forgot to make sure the nails could hold me.
I mean, I completely understand, because Knox reached out to me to join AAA with my Brian Cage pick rep, if I can step out of character for a minute. Well, it's my show, I can do anything. And when I did, when I joined, the first thing that popped up was me and Miguel's feud for Miguel's AAA title. And at first, when he first told me, I thought he already had a show and Miguel won the title. Well, then I saw the tweet from Knox in the AAA Fed announcing that he was handing Miguel the championship. Now, you know, I've never been one to say that I'm the best Fed owner in the world, because I have fucked up a lot.
Yeah.
But I can at least say I've never handed anybody anything.
Why is Justin messaging me asking?
neither have I. Just saying,
Did the same thing to
everybody.
I don't own a Fed, so I don't know.
Cole owns a Fed. Cole, by the way, good job.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. You withstood a lot of bullshit.
I love how that whole, like, Walkowitz thing, like, that was so fucking strange to do.
Oh, you mean ye old Billy Bob?
Yeah, and apparently, if we're still out of character here, apparently there was a person, or it was actually Bill, who got arrested for stealing from a church and got the shit kicked out of him. I don't know if it's actually him or not, but there's a mugshot that looks exactly like him.
It was all over eFed memes.
Yeah, I know. I check there from time to time, so.
Yeah, Cody Fox hates me.
Cody Fox hates you?
Yeah, isn't that the guy that does the Stay Foxy, my friends, or whatever?
No.
Oh, I don't know who does that, but whoever does that fucking hates me.
We can't tell, because we actually don't know.
Are you cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah, will you go flip that, please?
No?
Flip it! Flip that shit!
Anyway. No, yeah, that guy hates
Do
me.
you know how to carry that in there?
Every other post on eFed memes is fucking slamming DRW. Yeah, actually, I think the last one was a post of the Dark Mania photo, and it was like, when your hard work doesn't pay off or whatever.
I don't actually know.
I legit didn't see that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it either. The most I've been seeing recently has just been involving the whole
Jason thing. Yeah. And here's where we would put Jason Saxon's cancer. If he ever had it.
Oh, that one was that one got a lot of controversy on it. So
Yeah.
So let's talk about Saxon and his cancer faking.
okay.
So I don't know the whole story. Anybody want to update me?
The full story from what I've got, the bits and pieces anyway. More or less, yeah, he just downright faked it. Mostly because I believe of
How does your toast
something with depression he was feeling with something that was going right with him and his dad.
No, it wasn't from him and his dad. It was apparently someone in his family had.
It was his grandpa. From the post that I read and the video that I saw, it was his grandpa.
It was apparently that. Like, that is a very strange way to cope with things, but I know everybody copes a different way.
I mean, it would have been different if you would have said the Saxon character or whatever had cancer.
Yeah, like so many people commented and just talked to him every single day.
Yeah, like he got so much love, and honestly, this is gonna be kind of bad. Me and Rainey's been going back and forth about this. I honestly feel like he did it for a push, because if you look at it, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad on the eFed owner's part, but every eFed that I saw Saxon in after he announced he had cancer, they pushed him to the fucking moon.
Oh no, that's the funny thing. Most of the pushes you saw were already in progress before the announcement.
So like, alright, so the announcement just kind of put that extra gallon of gas in there and shot him farther.
Him look stronger, and like I didn't say that I made him look a little bit more strong. I dedicated a little like thing for him. Like, one of the #1 churches fight Saxon fight.
And one of the things that I noticed was anyone who was scheduled to go against him, they held back a lot in their promos against him, making it
easier. I saw that. I saw that comment on that video that somebody deleted like an 1,800-word promo just because they didn't want to beat a guy with cancer, and I was like, that's horrible. I still would have beat him.
Milad wanted to do something, and I bet Milad really wants to do something now.
Oh boy, did Milad do something.
Oh, Milad, that man.
That one, the greatest heel ever.
I don't know. Josh Knight's pretty good. I have my camera off.
Oh Lord.
Not effective.
But when it comes to that entire situation, it just got really out of hand really fast, and when people found out,
Franklin fucking smashed him, dude.
That's because he's fucked with Franklin so much.
Yeah, I saw Franklin smash him on
PWC.
My phone charger.
And just
Me and Alexis.
Franklin was asking him and pleading with him to reveal himself instead of getting outside help.
Going to get food?
And when it turned out that he wouldn't do it, he didn't want to do it because he knew that it would ruin his reputation.
What?
Alexis is a master of getting free food from Taco Bell.
Oh.
After hearing all I have about Saxon, it's not my decision to kick him out of the company.
How are you getting Taco Bell?
It's more of the roster's decision than mine anymore.
Right.
She didn't give $5 a minute.
I won't think he has enough gas.
And so far, the only people who have been supporting him through this. Through,
Then how are you going to do work?
like,
Mom's taking me.
what's been going on right now, the people who said
This one they
and
do.
forgave him are mostly owners.
Or mozzarella sticks.
And I know why certain owners have actually forgiven him, and that's because they were giving him a fucking push.
Yeah, like I know De Leon never hated on him about it. Because
De Leon
he's
just stripped him.
What? Oh, did he strip him finally?
Yeah, he stripped him as soon as the account got, like, deactivated. And then it got brought back up. I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, I have no idea where he's at. I don't talk to Sax, and it pissed me off. Another guy that I'll talk about here, because I need to blast on him for a minute, because I finally had a Josh Collins moment. This motherfucker. So Josh Collins, he joins DRW. Me and him, we talk a good 3-month rivalry with him and Faber. Faber's on board, and then I pull the trigger on it. And the night after I post Collins beating Faber, or not beating him, but attacking him, Collins deactivates and leaves.
And didn't he come back, like, a few weeks later?
No, this was the most recent one, but yeah, he's done that before. But I actually believe that somebody was reporting his account, so...
Oh, no.
Well,
no. Normally, he's the guy that is reporting, not the other way around.
I mean, there are a few people reporting him. But then again, it wouldn't automatically take him down. Plus, he uses his real account half the time.
Yeah, like when he was in DRW, he was using Josh something. It wasn't Josh Collins. It was something else.
It was Wenzel.
No, it was the other one.
Oh, wait, Casil.
No, the other one.
James Calloway?
No, it was Josh. It was like Josh M. Like started with an M.
I don't know.
It was like Merch or March. It was one of them. Oh, hi, Nate.
Josh March.
Yeah, that one. That one, Cole.
Hi, Nate.
Hello.
So, Nate, you, next Sunday, you will compete in an I Quit match against Firestar Hart. And if you win, you join the Elimination Chamber match.
Oh! I didn't know about that.
To where if you win that, you take on the Omega Champion at Final Face-Off.
And that's from...
Now, huge announcement. And somebody needs to write this down and remind me when I try to fuck up later.
Hold on. Let me open Notepad. Okay, I'm opening Notepad.
Whoever competes for the Omega title at Final Face-Off.
For the Omega heavyweight title at Final Face-Off.
Whoever loses will never compete for the Omega title again. To keep the term Final Face-Off. Yeah.
Stoner, I swear to God, if you're the champion and I win the fucking chamber.
Yeah,
Now, Nate.
Funny thing is, I'm in that chamber too. Funny thing is, so am I. Pretty much, because Firestar is no fucking ways beating me.
Funny thing is, I'm fighting Warlord Victor and Andrews, and,
TJ, can I ask you a question?
I'm better.
TJ, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Why are you not using Shinsuke Nakamura as a pick rep?
Because I don't use Shinsuke Nakamura. I got fucking pinned. Just because I have Japanese descendancy does not mean I have to use a Japanese pick rep.
Oh damn it! I could write the greatest matches if you pick Nakamura. I've been incorporating a little bit of like Trevor Lee and Low Key into your movesets. I hope that hasn't pissed you off at all.
That's more or less how I am. I've been thinking of retiring Justin Blackwood. It's like I tell everyone who writes me, if you want to think about Shadow style, it's just Low Key mixed with Sami Callihan mixed with Tommy End. If you add Trevor Lee, that's all good by me. But those are the core three that I usually think of when I think of Shadow style.
The only reason why I say Trevor Lee is because I have you incorporate the penalty kick and the leaping double foot stomp.
Well, the leaping double foot stomp is ye old Shadow stomp. You don't even have to question that. But the penalty kick, yeah, that's good.
That, and I think I had you do the Boomaya. I think I had you do the Boomaya once.
My
Yeah, yay. Fucking, they don't even call it that in the WWE. They call it the strong style knee.
Which is hilarious, though.
So, well, I mean, let's talk about something real quick. So I was playing 2K16, and I didn't notice this before, but they had the strong style knee on there, the phenomenal forearm, and the Styles Clash before they signed Nakamura and AJ.
Well, and for the case of AJ, the Styles Clash has always been called either the landing pin or the landing crash, and that's been on there since freaking the SmackDown vs. Raw days.
That's also on there because that was Michelle McCool's finisher for a little bit.
That's also Crash Holly's, hence it was always on SmackDown vs. Raw.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that one, but the phenomenal forearm was on there and the strong style knee. And there's only one motherfucker that does the whole rah before he knees somebody in the face.
Yeah, now the strong style knee, most times when they do a DLC move pack, it's always the most popular moves at the time. Hence,
No, this one wasn't even a DLC move pack. This was originally on the game.
No, it was a DLC in 2K15. Any move that's a DLC in the previous year, it becomes a normal move in the next year.
Oh, yeah, see, I didn't know that because I didn't buy any of the DLCs for 2K15.
I did.
Yeah, so did I.
Bought a few.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go grab
the disc is big that I used was a DLC, but now this year it's a normal.
So, guys, I will talk to you later.